guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a first impression slash review on some new products that I recently spotted. While I was shopping, I noticed some new products by Physicians Formula, as well as I believe this is new. So I am going to be testing all these products on my face. As you can see, I have them all on, so you can kind of get a first impressions on what they look like, but I will go in depth and tell you which ones I like, which ones I don't like, etc, etc. So if you guys want to see and know a little bit more about these products, then just keep on watching. I am so excited to try these out. So the first thing I am going to pick up is the Physicians Formula Face Primer, and this is Insta Ready. So this is what the bottle looks like, and it's pretty cute. It has a little rounded plastic at the top, and then it has a little opening. So I'm just going to pump this out. Pump it up. And that is what the formula looks like. Now on the back here it says mattifying primer with broad spectrum SPF 18, which provides weightless invisible coverage that preps the skin to create a perfect canvas for flawless application. It claims to blur the pores, fine lines, and imperfections, absorbs instantly, extends makeup wear, it's breathable, and it's non-greasy. So we'll see about that, Mr. Formula Guy. Oh, I do not like the smell of this. It smells weird. I really do like how it feels on the skin. It doesn't feel too silicone-y, and I don't know, as far as the pores, I feel like my pores still look pretty much the same. So with that said, I'm going to move on to the foundation, and this is what it looks like. Super cute packaging. It's very like chic. It's a glass bottle and it's black, and it goes ombre to the color that you are using. Now when I went to my Target, they had literally like 2 in stock. So I picked up the color Bamboo, which I think it's going to be my perfect shade. Opening up the bottle, it does have a little pump, which I do appreciate because pumps are so much easier. And that is what the color looks like. It is a little bit runny, just a little bit. As you can see, it's running down my hand. Now this claims to be a soft focus satin matte foundation, and I don't know if it's supposed to be full coverage or not. But as you can see, it is a tiny bit runny. On this side of my face, I'm going to be using a beauty blender, and then on this side of my face, I'm going to use a brush, just so I know how the coverage works, which one works better. I'm taking this beauty sponge by Beauty Junkies, and we're just going to stipple this on the face. I don't have crazy imperfections, but I do have a little bit of redness, and I am breaking out right now, so we'll see how this covers. I can tell you right away that this is not a full coverage foundation. As you can see, it has covered a little bit, but it's not as full coverage as I like them to be. So I would say that this is a medium to full coverage, because I can still see a little bit of imperfections through here, but it's not bad. I'm not mad at it, and the color is actually a very good match to my neck, which is what you always want to match your foundations to your neck. So let me do another 2 or 3 pumps, and we're going to apply this to this side of the face using a brush. So I'm going to stipple it on first so I can get a little bit more coverage. Wow, I got so much coverage on this side, like a lot. A brush will definitely give you a more full coverage finish. So if you are a full coverage girl like me, definitely use the foundation with a brush, because I do feel like it covers a lot more. Now, if you do like a more natural, not so much coverage, use it with a beauty blender, because it did still cover a good amount of my imperfections, but I am going to go back just with a little bit more a tiny bit more and just cover a little bit of some redness that I have here. My face does feel a little bit more on the matte side. It's not a complete matte. As you can see, I do have a little bit of like dewiness onto my skin. And as far as the primer, I do feel like it filled in a little bit of my pores. It did a pretty decent job. It's not bad, but I really like how the foundation went on with this actual primer. Now we're going to use the concealer, and again, this is by Physicians Formula. Again, the only thing that I don't like is that they don't have a wide variety of selection as far as color goes. So this is a full coverage concealer, and it does come with a little sponge. So I'm going to use that to see how it works. Obviously, we want to test this out. I picked up my concealer in the color medium, so we will see how this works. It says hashtag goodbye imperfections. It's a multi-purpose creamy concealer. It's full coverage, weightless, long wearing, hides imperfections, and fudge resistant. So we will test that out. Looking at the packaging, it is also a little glass concealer. Now this one reminds me a lot as far as the packaging goes to the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, which is one of my favorite ones. And it also has a little pump like the MAC concealer. That is what it looks like. It is a little bit on the thicker side. And I am a little bit scared because it does look a little too light, even though it's medium. I did get this a little bit wet because that's how I personally like to apply my concealer. Now, as you can see, it does have a little rounded edge or a little flat edge, which I think will be nice to get right underneath the areas. So let's see. So this is in the color medium, and it is pretty darn light if you ask me. I am not liking this. This is such, it's almost awkward to hold it in your hands because it's so tiny, especially me that I have long nails. I feel like it's just going to fall at any moment. And I'm a little clumsy, so that might happen. So that is one side with the concealer on. And even though it is a little bit lighter, it is not horrible. It's not bad. Just going to use my beauty blender to finish blending out the rest of the concealer because this little sponge is so tiny that I feel I'm going to be here for the next 20 years. So this concealer is not bad. It really isn't. Would I trade it for my Tarteist concealer? No, I wouldn't, because that is my jam right now. This one's pretty decent. I'm not crazy over it, but I'm not mad at it either. It has full coverage, I can definitely say that. I just don't like that it is a little bit lighter, and it does have a little bit of pink undertones, which I don't have pink undertones because I'm tan. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's whatever, you know. So now the more that I'm blending this concealer, I am getting a little bit of like patchiness on this side right here. You guys won't be able to see that, but I can see it right here, just a tiny bit. I'm just going to bake really quick using the Airspun Loose Face Powder. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna bring you guys closer so you can see this. It is literally flaking off. Now, I don't know if you guys can see that, but right there, it is flaking off. Let's just move on to bronzer. This is what the packaging looks like. Now, these are sculpting bronzers, and I have the other one, but these are highlighters. So I have two of them. This one is in the color, actually it doesn't have a color. I think it's just, you know, just a one color thing, because it has three of them, so you can kind of pick and choose the colors that you want to use. Inside it does come with a little sculpting brush, which is actually not too bad. It's almost like a cheap dupe for the, what's it called? That one by NARS that everybody went crazy. So these are what this is what the shades look like. This one is a very nice bronzy orangey shade. This one is more cool toned, and then this one you can use it to set your eyes. I'm going to use the cool shade to hollow out my cheekbones. Dear Lord. Okay, that is not happening. That is like, it almost has like purple undertones. No, no. Okay, I might have applied a little too much. So the bronzy shade is not as bad, but the cool tone shade, it is not good. It's way too gray. I feel like for my skin tone, it doesn't suit it very well. Purpose of this video, I am going to go in with this lighter shade, and I'm just going to set it on top of the bakiness that I do to see how this color works. They're actually pretty pigmented. Out of all these products from Physicians Formula, this is the one that I'm most excited about. This is the highlight and contour palette in Shimmer Strobing. That's what it says. And then on the back, it does have instructions on where you should apply your highlights, yada yada yada, but at this point I think we all know where it goes. And the packaging is the same as the bronzers, which I don't really care for. It is a cute packaging, but it is rather bulky, as you can see. So I feel like this would take quite a bit of space on your makeup vanity thing. And the brush that it comes with is the same. I'm not going to use it because even though it was okay, I didn't love it. Now on the back of this one, it says that the lighter one is for strobing. The middle one, which is this one right here, that one is for highlighting, and this one is for contouring, so to sculpt your face, which all of them have shimmer. Wow, that is pigmented. That is the strobing one, or the contour one. This is the highlighting one, and that is the strobing one. So as you can see, these are super pigmented. I am going to use the center color because it has a little bit of golden undertones, which is what I normally use. And look at that. That is a lot of products in a brush. A lot. So let's just dust that off. Ooh, mama. That is pigmented. I'm going to use a little bit of that white, and I'm going to just use it on the center of the forehead. Get in that biped, girl. Yes. I am going to go into that contouring shade, which is the bottom one. And I'm just going to pick up the tiniest bit amounts and apply it on top of my blush, just as a blush topper. Okay, so I do not love this one. I don't actually like it. I just think that it will look, I think if you are a little bit darker than me, this will work on you. So I'm just gonna go in and snatch this nose real quick, apply lipstick, and I will be back with my thoughts on these products. Okay, so I am done beating this face. So now let's move on to the review. First off, the Physicians Formula Instant Ready Face Primer. I actually really like this primer. I feel like it's a mix in between a actual like primer with a tiny bit of silicone and a serum. It's like combined together. I really liked how it went on the skin. It didn't feel too silicone-y as other primers. I did feel like I did notice that it filled in my pores a little bit more than other primers that don't do that. So for that, I really like this, and I'm definitely going to keep using this because I really liked how this one turned out. Now, as far as the Sonia Kashuk foundation, I actually really like this one as well. As you can see, you can definitely build it up to a full coverage foundation, and it does dry to a satin matte finish, which I really like. If you want to have a more full coverage, as I mentioned, use a brush because this will give you a more flawless application. But maybe for those days where I don't really need or I don't really want a full coverage, I am going to be using it with my beauty blender because it works really nicely. So yeah, I really like this one, and if you guys haven't picked up a foundation, go ahead and pick it up because it's really good. The concealer, I have to say, skip on this. As far as me, I don't like it. Even though it is a shade medium, I think it is still a little too light. If you are darker than me, this is going to look a little too pale on you. And it does have a little bit of like pink undertones. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it does have a little bit of pink undertones, which doesn't exactly match everybody. So I feel like if they had a wider range of selection, I think they only had light, medium, and then medium. So this is not something that I'm going to keep. This is definitely going back because I know that I'm not going to use this. I have been using my Tarte concealer forever, and this is not about to change that. And the little beauty blender that it came with it, I am not a fan of this either. I just feel like it's too small. Now, it is nice to clean up the edges of your eyeliner, but for that purpose, I have other tools that will easily replace this. So this is going back after I wash this, obviously. Now, as far as the bronzer and the highlights, I am really stuck in between them. I really like this shade. Now, the contour shade, which is a cool tone shade, I did not like this one. It feels like it has too many like violet purple undertones, and this banana or you know, the lighter shade, it's okay. It's a little too light for my liking. So I don't know if I will keep this one or not, because honestly the only shade that I see myself using is this one right here, and for the price of this, I think it was about $15. I don't know if it's worth it for just the one bronzer. And then the highlighting shade, I actually really like this one, and I do think I will be keeping this one because even though I have tons of highlighters that are the same color as the one in the center, I actually really liked the white one. It's a little bit lighter, but I can definitely keep this in my makeup kit for my freelance work, since I do work sometimes with different skin tones. Not everybody's skin is the same, and not everybody, you know, likes a gold highlight. Maybe somebody likes a more pale highlight. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep this one overall. I think it's a good product. Do I think you need to run to the store and get it? No. Alright, you saw it here first. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more first impressions / reviews on any new makeup, please let me know. I'm obviously always on the hunt for new makeup, and if you guys spot anything, definitely let me know, either through Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you guys want. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also don't forget to click on that little bell icon before you leave, because something happened with YouTube where they changed something and sometimes people won't be notified of my videos. So if you enjoy them, go ahead and click that little bell so you can be notified when I upload. So yeah, that is it. I love you guys so much, and until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, you guys.